Hello, our most valued student. My name is Confident and welcome to this particular section. I rarely do this, but a student of mine requested me that he wants to have a kind of a look on this assignment exemplar and memo. So this thing goes all together. I think you see there are memos here already. There are memos to this paper. But sometimes the memo is not everything. You want to find out how did they arrive at what they were doing, you see. So now let's try to get into this whole thing and just have a look at this this kind of work which they gave him, and in particular I'm actually doing this for him after the request that he made. So look at this, indicate whether the following statements are true or false, right? True or falseness, blah 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 blah. Okay, this is fine. Log x plus y is that. This is false. That's not true. That is not true. That is not true. Now why? Because log, look at this, log x plus y, I'm talking about the right hand side, is same as log x. Remember, if you are adding, you multiply x dot y. You see, not plus, it's x times y, which is not the left hand side, which is not this, so it's off. Now what about ln this over this? Sometimes some of these things you don't have to think much. Look at this, you just take a calculator and you test it. If it's fine, it's fine. Let's take it. You put a bracket, you say ln 125, you see, over ln 5. The good thing is they gave you a try, it's 3, right? And then I want to try that, log base of 5 and 125, right? It's 3, guys. You don't need a rocket science. I don't want to prove anything there. It's true based on this is equal this. You understand? Are you with me? Are you with me? So let me not go further. Let's check their answer. Okay, let's check their answer. The answer was true. See, false and true. It's true. It has to be true. I just used the calculator, and then they gave this 1 minus this squared is this. Now look at this. This thing is a difference of two squares. Picture this like x. So if cos is x, it will be x squared. So if I say what is 1 minus x squared, you say it's a difference of two squares, so you open it up like this. You see, so it will be 1 minus x and 1 plus x. But remember, I said let x be equal to cos theta. Are you seeing that? Now cos squared theta is equal to cos theta. I just want to show you how this thing is working. Cos squared means cos theta times cos theta. You agree with me? But remember, we said let x, so this is same as, which is equal to x times x, which is the x squared. That's where I'm getting the x squared from. So we say but x here, therefore this is equal to 1, x is cos, 1 minus cos theta and 1 plus cos theta. See, this is true. Okay, I think that's what they got there. Let's check. That was true. If it was false, I was going to argue with them. Sometimes they make errors also. Alright, next one is factorize the following as far as possible. As I'm saying, guys, I'm doing this how many marks? 3 marks, just to show options that he was going to have. So it's 7x to the power of 4 minus 112 y squared. Okay, so now just check 7 and 112. Something looks fishy. If you say 112 divided by 7, you see there, you see how they trick you out. So you take out 7 there, you have got x to the power 4 minus 16 y squared. See, now which is equal to, so the 7 was a distractor there. Now this is what you do. This, whenever you see two things like this, is a difference of two squares. You must always know I've got x to the power whatever, 16 to the power whatever, and they will always give you even numbers. There must be numbers that can be divided by 2. There will be even numbers. So what you do, you write like this. You are like, okay, I've got my x, right? All right, before that, let me not jump this stage. 7 bracket x to the power of 4 minus, now 16. You've got two options of 16. Let me take a calculator and show you. 16 can be 4 squared. You see, it's 16. If you want, it can be 2 to the power of 4. It's 16. Whatever you want to choose, let me take 2 to the power of 4 out of example. So say 2 to the power of 4 y squared. Alright, so now when you are dealing with the division of two squares, the first one there is x, the second one it's 2 and y. See? And then again I've got x, I've got 2 and y. You see, where is the 2 and the y coming from? There, 2 and y. Forget, if I say delete this, let's remove this. What do you see? You see, if I say remove this, what do you see? X, 2y, x, 2y. That's what you are saying, right? So that's what I'm talking about. So now, when you have done that, then you come here, divide this by 2, divide this by 2, divide this by 2. That's what you do. And then when you divide by 2, that's what I'm doing. So it will be x, 4 divided by 2, you'll have a 2 there. And then here, you'll have a 2. 2 divided by 2, you'll have a 1. But the same thing you maintain is a 2, 2, 1. That's the answer now. You put a minus here, you put a plus. Then you equal to 7. You've got x squared minus, since you see 1 is now an odd number, 2 cannot enter there, so it ends. The moment you get an odd number, that ends. If it was even numbers, you continue further dividing by 2 and dividing by 2. Remember, when you start dividing by 2, everything must divide by 2. Now 2 squared, you take it back to 4y, and then x squared plus 4y. Okay, let's check their answer. X 7 minus 4y, x squared 7 plus 4y. X squared minus 4y. I think this is correct. Let's just make it a bit bigger. There it is. Are you with me? So now let's go back to the question. I can erase this. Look at the next one. It says here, this one, we're supposed to factorize. How many marks? 2. So it's not far. It's not far. It's just by the corner. Look at this one. 6x squared plus 7xy minus 3y squared. Now again, guys, don't let this thing fool you. You are using kind of this is what I can call, do you know that I can use actually the quadratic formula here? I can use the quadratic formula here, trust me. But how can I do it? Let me forget about the y. Let me focus on the x. I'll show you what. Focus on the x. Do this. Remove the y. Okay, I can't just do that, but let's do this. See the maths part now. The interesting thing about math. Let's forget about the y. It will be 6x squared plus 7x minus 3. Let's pretend this was equal to 0. I'm trying to show you how you can sometimes do some of these things. Then you take the quadratic formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And you guys know how you go about this. This is a x squared, the general form, plus bx plus c equal to 0. You need to grab hold of my previous lessons, videos, my mathematics entry for the underdogs. There's a lot of content I do concerning this. Maths entry, I've got a textbook entry for the underdog. I've got previous this video, YouTube channel, the 24-minute has got a lot of these. If you're my student, I even do private lessons for you. You can do that. So look at this. Where is that? There is my a. You cut there. These are called coefficients. There is my b and there is my c. So what is it? A is equal to 6, b is equal to 7. All these are positive. C is negative 3. I think that then becomes what? If you solve it now, x is equal to minus b. So it's minus bracket 7. Put a bracket, obviously. 7 squared, b squared minus 4a is 6. C is negative 3. All over 2a is 6. You're allowed to do this. I'll show you how this whole thing though ends up kind of coming all together. I don't want to confuse you, but look what I'm going to do there. I'll do it in 2 parts so that I don't confuse you. And then it's this negative bracket 7, then plus square root of 7 squared minus 4. A is 6. This is negative 3. Okay, close there. All over what? Come on, let's do this fast. Okay, there. X is what? 1 over 3. Remember that? 1 over 3, put a minus, and minus 2 over 3. So 1 over 3 and minus 2 over 3. 1 over 3 and minus 2 over 3. Guys, what were those? Those were the values of x. X is equal to this, or x is equal to this. Interesting. Now, what do you do now? How do you work out this kind of a thing here like this? Remember, we're still solving, we're factorizing, right? So if you are good at this, this is what you do. Then you do like, you want to get rid of this. So you multiply by 3 here, you multiply. Okay, let me take it down further. So what you do, you are going to say x is equal to 1 over 3. If I want to remove this fraction, I multiply by 3 on my left, by 3 on my right. So I've got 3x is equal to 1. See that? Take 1 back, is 3x minus 1. Keep it, is equal to 0. Alright? Keep it. Then same thing here. X is equal to minus 2 over 3. Multiply by 3 this side. Multiply by 3. What do I have? 3x is equal to what? Negative 2. Take this to the other side. 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, guess what? These are the brackets you're going to put. The brackets are going to be, you do this. When you factorize that thing, then you take this. It's 3x minus 1. Then it's 3x plus 2. You see? That's it. That's how you factorize this. Now, I want to show you now something interesting from here. The interesting thing from here is go back to this one. Let's bring this 6x squared plus 7xy minus 3y squared. So let me write it here. 6x squared plus 7xy, right? And then minus 3y squared. 3y squared. Guess what? It's the same thing. This is still the factorized. So what you just do here, you put y here, you put y there. Then that becomes the answer. Okay? I hope it was easier for you, or it was making sense. And then you want to prove it? Yes, let's expand. 3x minus 1 or minus y. Let's expand it just to prove. 3x plus 2y. Let's expand. 3 times 3. Am I doing the right thing? Why does it look wrong? Why does it look wrong? Did I do this thing right here? Okay, guys, it looks wrong, right? Look, if I say 3 times 3 is 9, but I think I did something wrong when I was using that. Let's go back to the quadratic equation. I think I saw it, but I ignored it. I think it was here. It was 3 over 2. Let's try that. Just to, I saw it, but I was like, what if I'm correct? Now, this is 7 squared. I'm back to the quadratic formula. Minus 4, 6, and negative 3. All over 2 into 6. Equal to, this was fine, 1 over 3 or minus. You see, it is 3 over 2. You see? That's where everything was going to get wrong. It's 3 over 2, man. It's 3 over 2. So everything you're doing, I just have to change this here. Sorry about that. It's x minus 3 is equal to negative 3 over 2. You multiply by 2, you multiply by 2, so that you've got 2x. See that? When you do that, is equal to negative 3. Take negative 3 to the side, you've got 2x plus 3. See, is equal to 0. That's what was a problem here. So I was supposed to say in here and here, what was I supposed to put? It's 2x. See, 2x plus 3. You see, even here, change here. I said just put the y. It's 2x plus 3. I just want to maintain this. 2x plus 3. Are you seeing what I'm doing there? Then from here, when you start multiplying this time, this 3 times 2, it's 6x squared. This times this, 3 times this is plus 9xy, and then minus y times this is minus 2xy, and then minus this is minus 3y squared. Seeing that? And then which is 6x squared. 9 minus 2 is plus 7xy minus 3y squared. It's up to you. You can get this. That's why it was 2 marks, but I think I took too long on it. I think I made it too long, but it's fine. There it is, you see. So it's not really complicated, guys, and it's 2 marks. I don't want to spend much time here, guys. You have to factorize. You have to factorize. Okay, guys, let's look at the next one. 3 marks. Better, the more the marks, the better. There it is. Okay, did I check the answer there? I don't know. The 3 minus this, I think it was that. Just check the previous video and yeah, you can come up, but I think it's correct. I don't want to spend much on that question though. Just a simple one. There it is. What are they saying here? You need to factorize 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if it's, see, I counted them. I literally counted them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means you're going to group them what? 3, 3. It's a group of 2. You can even do this. Take these 2 and take these 3 and take the 3. See if there is anything common. If not, you rearrange everything and bring things that are common together. So what can we see? It's a bit am I doing it right? There's A. Let's do that. It's a y squared minus 2ay plus a. Let's do that. Okay, I got that, plus b y. Okay, let me use a different pen now. Let's use this one, plus by squared, right, minus 2by plus b. I'm just using this out of interest to say this is actually what you're having. And then you ask what's common there. Is a is common. So what do they have? Y squared minus 2y plus 1 plus b is common there. What do you have? Y squared minus 2y plus 1. Come to think of it, look, this is the same. So equal to. Do you see that it's repeating? So you have got bracket. What is there? Y squared minus 2y plus 1. This bracket. And another bracket is what is outside, which is a plus b. See that? Then that's not done. Equal to, further factorize this, come up with 2 brackets there. Then outside is a plus b. See, this one, you get your y there, you put your y there. You say factors of 2, it's 1, it's 2 and 1. Factors of 2 is 2 and 1. 2 numbers that you multiply to get a 2. It's simple 2 and 1. Since 2 is negative, you make a negative here, you make a positive there. Is it gonna work? No. This one, I don't think you can factorize this further, because if I get this, I need a 2 there. So the answer is done there. The answer is done here. I don't see anything. Okay, we can try. Let's do this. Let me do the other way, the product sum. So minus this 2. This one is minus y, right? Then plus 1, a plus b. You must ask yourself, where is minus y? Remember, my product here, I'm looking for the 2 numbers that when I multiply I get 1. Oh, the product is 1. Yes, the product is 1, not 2. The product is 1. When I multiply I get 1, when I add I get this. So actually this was supposed to be like this. When you're factorizing, okay, let me take it back. It was correct what I did at first here. Let's do this. This was correct like this. Then I was just supposed to put a 1 and a 1 here to say when I multiply I must get 1. You see, which is this one, 1 times 1. Product sum, guys. Okay, And then when I add, I must get minus 2. So you put minus, minus. Then this becomes the answer, which is y minus 1 squared and a plus b. Check on their solutions. A plus b, y minus 1, y minus 1. There it is, which is correct. Okay, let's look at the other one there. Look at the other one. It's simplified fractions. Now, I'm not also going to dwell much, but what I want to show you here is this part. You can see if you're given x squared plus 5x minus 6, you need to know how to factorize that. You also do the same thing. You see, you have got your x, you have got your x, product sum. When I multiply, I must get a 6, and when I add, I must get a 5. So there are two options. To get a 6 is either is 2 times 3, or you can do this. To get a 6, you've got x and x. To get a 6 is 6 times 1. One of them is correct. So which one is it? So you look at this. I need a 5 in the center. To get a 5 here, I just have to add. I don't have an option. I have to add. So 5 here, but it won't give me a negative 6. So this is out. But on this one, if I say plus and minus, you see, when I multiply this, I get a minus 6. And when I add, it will give me a positive 5. So the answer is that one. So this is correct. So this is equal to x plus 6 and x minus 1. You can use that thing of the quadratic formula I showed you. You can factorize this. And then what about this one? This one here, which is 5x. Take something different now, which is 5x minus 4 minus x squared. I just want to show you what they were trying to trick you on. Look, this is where the trick was. Here, you write it like this, negative x squared plus 5x, I'm rearranging, minus 4. I just started with negative x. Now, take out the negative. When you take out the negative, you get x squared. See, the negative is out now. So you interchange, everything is out. Positive 5 is negative 5x. Negative 4, positive 4. Because you took out the negative outside. You took out the negative outside. Then it's minus. You do the same thing with d, whereby you are saying your x, you're factorizing. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Now we want the product of 4. Two ways of getting, look, two numbers that you multiply, you get 4, and you add, you get 5. It can be 4 and 1. 2 and 2 won't give you a 5. So now I need a positive now. This is minus and minus because it's a negative 5. So this is the factorized version, such that when I write it, now when I write this thing together now, this thing here, when I write this, it will be x plus 3, see, over, but this x squared plus 5x becomes x plus 6x minus 1. So it's x plus 6 and x minus 1. Then is what? Plus, it's plus 5 over. Then you've got, look, minus, don't forget that minus, x minus 4, x minus 1. Don't forget this minus. That's why the whole thing was. This negative will affect that. Let me use a different pen. This will affect that. Negative is always stronger when you're multiplying, because a plus times a minus is equal to minus. So this is what is happening here. This minus is multiplying, is dividing, or a plus divided by a minus is equal to minus. Doesn't matter whether you're multiplying or dividing, the negative has got more power. So what is going to happen? You're going to have it like this: x plus 3 over x plus 6 and what? X minus 1. Now from plus, it's minus 5 over x minus 4 and x minus 1. See, that's where the whole thing was just based on. Trust me, that is how this whole thing was. Then what's the common denominator? You take what is not repeating. There is x plus 1. I mean x plus 6. Why am I getting x plus 1? The next one is that one, x minus 1, which represent that also, and then x minus 4. Just once each, once each. Then you divide. And then how does it do? When you're dividing, so it's more like you're doing this. You're saying this will cancel that one, this will cancel that one, that will be on top. So it will multiply that. So it will be this one and these two multiplying. Did you see? So it's x plus 3, x minus 4. That's what is going to happen. Alright, so I'm going to have x plus 3, x minus 4. Are you seeing that? Then it's minus 5. Okay, let me not be too fast. Do the same thing. X minus 4, x minus 4, x minus 1, x minus 1. It's that one and multiply that. It's 5 multiplied by x plus 6. I think that. So it's what? Take it out. It's minus 5 multiplied by x plus 6. That's how this whole thing is. Then you simplify. Open this bracket, x times x. It's x squared. X times 4 is negative 4x. X times 3 is plus 3x. You remember I'm expanding. It's this times that times this times this. And then 3 times this is negative 12. Now it's this times this. See, be careful of that negative. It's minus 5x minus 30. Always maintain your denominator, which is equal to x plus 6 and x minus 1 and x minus 4 equal to. You continue. Anything that needs to collect like terms. Okay, so you've got x squared minus 4x plus this thing gives me a minus 1x. Now minus 1x minus 5x is minus 6x. You see? So this was minus 1x minus 6. And then what do I have? Minus 12 minus 30. It's minus what? This is 2. This is 2 minus 42. Use the calculator though. Please use a calculator. X plus 6. X minus 1. X minus 4. Right? Which is equal to the same things here. Open up. Here you have got x, you have got x. You have to factorize. Right? Now we want factors of 42. And then when you add them, you get 6. So if I can use the product sum version now, look at this. When I do that, I will say my product is 42, negative 42. Product is equal to minus 42. My sum is equal to, the center number is negative 6. Now my factors of the product, I'm using the part of when I'm working out this. So it's 1 times 42. It's 2 times divide there, it's 21. It's 3 times divide by 3. 42 divided by 3 is what? Let me check that. 42 divided by 3, it's 14. Then 42 divided by 3 by 4, no. 42 divided by 6, it must work 7. So it's 14, then 6 times 7, then 7 times 6. This is all, but I'm looking for the center must be minus 6. The number must give me a minus 6. So the question is, which one can give me a negative 6 when I multiply? Am I right? X squared. Let me repeat again. This was 4 plus this minus 1 minus this minus 6. Then minus this 12. Okay, this was negative 42. Okay, I think this is still correct. This is still correct. So let's look at this. I need to get a 6. And nothing of these give me a 6. Any. On the factors here, nothing. So the answer actually ends up being like this. Let's just check their answer. Since they brought the question, let's just check their answer. There it is. See, x squared minus 6x minus 42, x plus 1. So that was the end there. There's nothing we could do. If I could factorize this, then that's why maybe I needed to go further. See, I'm just working it and not doing much of checking and everything, guys. 2.1, simplify the following without use of a calculator. 3 marks, logs.